Stabbed in the back, investigators say a man serving a sentence for a love triangle assault has escaped for a second time. Here's Alexa Ashwell with Maryland's Most Wanted.
Investigators say Jamell Sanders was serving a 5-year prison sentence for stabbing a man multiple times during a fight over a female. 3 weeks ago, he was transferred to a transition facility here in Baltimore, where, according to the U.S. Marshals Service, he disappeared from for a second time.
April 16th, 2024, East Baltimore. Jamell Sanders is serving the remainder of his 5-year sentence at Volunteers of America, a facility that helps inmates transition back into society. On this day, investigators say Sanders left the facility and never returned. It was, in fact, the second time he had escaped in just 1 week. April 9th, investigators say Sanders had an appointment. The 35-year-old checking himself out of the facility, but never showing up.
Well, he never made it there, and he never returned back to the halfway house.
The convicted felon, now a fugitive. The U.S. Marshals Service taking us back, May 12, 2018, D.C. Investigators say Sanders and an acquaintance are involved in an ongoing dispute over a woman.
They had agreed to meet in the courtyard.
The argument taking a violent turn when investigators say the acquaintance began walking away from Sanders.
The victim in this case turned to walk away, and Sanders decided he wasn't done. He stabbed the individual in the back.
The metaphorical phrase, stabbed in the back, turning into a real-life crime story. The victim, investigators say, turns around and punches Sanders in the face. Sanders, still armed with a knife, they say, then stabs the man 2 more times in the stomach.
So in this case, the stabbing was so violent, it caused the victim's intestines to protrude out of his abdomen.
He survived.
So in this case, yes, thank God the victim did survive.
Sanders flees, and according to investigators, over the next 1.5 years, continues to commit other crimes.
Possession of controlled dangerous substances and assaults.
Before his arrest in 2020. The next year, Sanders is sentenced to 5 years in prison for the crime. Now, in 2024, a fugitive.
He walked away with less than 6 months left in his sentence.
So he was supposed to be incarcerated until September, but he decided that he was going to take it upon himself to leave and not come back.
According to the U.S. Marshals Service, Sanders' criminal history dates back more than 2 decades. His juvenile record sealed, but his adult record viewable and extensive. Sanders, investigators say, showing repeated arrests for drugs, including selling heroin to an undercover officer back in 2010, and assaults, including 4 cases that involved a knife, seemingly Sanders' weapon of choice.
We have every reason to believe that this individual is capable of extreme acts of violence.
Capable of violence and known to violate the terms of his release. Records also show multiple probation violations, including 2 charges for tampering with his GPS detection device. Sanders, now on the run.
Sanders owes a debt to society he's yet to fulfill.
Investigators say Sanders has family ties in D.C. and maybe in that area or parts of Maryland. He's described as standing at about 5'8" and weighing approximately 140 pounds. If you have any information regarding his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the U.S. Marshals Service. The tip line number, 1-877-WANTED-2. Or you can contact agents directly at 202-819-5058. Remember, you can always remain anonymous, and you could earn a reward. I'm Alexa Ashwell, and this is Maryland's Most Wanted. Thanks for watching. I'm Alexa Ashwell. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel.